Hello, teachers. This is the instructional guide for Primary 2, Term 1, Week 9. So for this week, we are doing line 2 booklets. We start off with the first booklet. Sorry, that it should be this one, measuring in meters. So for this lesson, you have to teach them the concept of meter, to explain that meter is a unit of measurement for length, and that you can write m for short. Now, here's an example of meter rule. Tell them that this is actually not the exact length of meter rule. You can perhaps use a 10 cm rule for an example and tell them that 10 of this 10 cm rule is a meter rule. All right, 1 meter. So 1 meter equals 100 cm. One way of also getting them to get an idea of how long 1 meter is that for most primary 2 kids, if they stretch their hands like a crucifix manner, right, from left to right, left tip of the finger to the right tip of the finger, it is about 1 meter. Okay, so tell them that sometimes when we use the idea of meter to measure length, we did not really say the exact, like a so-called measurement, but we can always say taller than 1 meter or shorter than 1 meter. And in the following exercise, we'll do a lot of that. Now, another segment that you need to teach is questions like this. So if the question asks you to estimate the length of the car, and then 1 meter rule is given here, right? So they need to count how many rulers, 1 meter rule, are used to measure the car. In this case, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, right? So 4 meters. Now, sometimes there are questions like this, right, in which the meter rule is not only 1 meter rule is provided, so they are supposed to draw, and then the common problem is that they don't draw it proportionately. They may get it wrong, right? Some draw a bit more rulers, some draw too little. So make sure that it's proportionate, and then they count the first ruler, second, and third. So this height is about 3 meters. Then get them to do 3 guided practice here. So this is accept any of the 3 answers, any reasonable guess. Okay. So this is just an estimate. So most of them, right, is about 1 meter. All right. Okay, so question like this, make sure that they can do it on their own. Okay, so there one here. So this one would require them to draw out. So this, I think, is about 3, right? They draw 3. Okay. And then circle questions here for them to do in class, right? Just to make sure that they know how to do it, right? Like this. And you'll find in your so-called answer key that I'll be WhatsApping to you as well. Okay. This question is good to do because it has 3 dimensions: height, length, and width. So some students may find it more challenging. What is width? What is length? What is height? So do explain to them. And let's see. Guess the height of the door. You'd be surprised that some of them don't have an idea how tall or how long their doors are, right? So do a few questions with them here. And then let's see, estimate, right? So for this question, right, no need to get them to use a meter rule to measure because we don't have it in class. They may not have it at home as well, right? So you can actually get them to strike off. Doesn't matter. And then this one can be done at home. All right. For the second booklet is comparing and ordering lengths. Seemingly easy, right? Because all they need to do is to look at the representation here, right? But for these are quite easy because if you look at it, all of them start from 0. So definitely, so obviously mirror is 1 meter, sofa is 4, and cabinet is 3 meters. Okay. However, for other questions, right, you need to take note, and we'll look at some of these questions later. So sometimes we may ask you the difference between the length and another object, the mirror, right? Like how much longer is the sofa, right? Or how much shorter is the mirror? So here they have to find the difference, right? So 4 meters. So if the sofa is 4 meters, mirror is 1 meter. 4 meters minus 1 meter equals 3 meters. Then get them to the guided practice. This one will have no problem, I believe. For this one, a bit more challenging. So here you need to watch them carefully. Most of them would say that the car is 5 meters and the bus is 40 meters and the truck is 8 meters, which is correct, right? However, tell them that note that the bus and the car did not start from 0. So hence, they need to take the rightmost measurement minus the leftmost measurement. In this case, it's 5 minus 1. So it's 4 meters. And the bus is 14 minus the leftmost measurement is 3, right? So it's 11 meters. Now, even the truck, right? If you use this method, right, it will come up with the same answer. 8 on the right, 0 on the left. So 8 minus 0 equals 8. Okay. Then other questions here would involve them to find out the differences, right? Make sure that they're able to do it on their own. And some other practice, in-class practices. This question here, followed by this. And then yeah. And I think question 5 here. Okay, right? Which doesn't place them in the correct, in the same linear position or in horizontal position. All right, but that shouldn't be a problem for them. Okay, so they have to read carefully. Rope A is how many meters longer than rope B? So it's really finding out a difference. All right. Okay, and that's it for this week's lesson. If you finish ahead of time, they can spend the time to do the corrections. Thank you.